welcome back, family. Welcome to the Reiki Healing Home community. A place to heal, relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom into a bloom. I'm Jessica. Sup? I am a Reiki master, teacher, and intuitive. And today we have a special healing session. It's like a mixture between a love attraction and a protection session. So I'm just bringing them two together. You'll get it as we go through it. So if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. This is your nightly self-care routine. Dun, 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 dun. This is a place where you come, you heal, you take care of yourself, you relax, you just be good and sweet to yourself. Okay. So if you're new, welcome, babies. You are now one of my new babies. So you get one kiss on the foreknock, I've been saying. And if you're returning, welcome back, babies. You get multiple kisses. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So we start this session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay. I'm gonna touch you, okay? I have permission to touch you. Okay, I'm gonna just place my hand on your shoulder, one on your head. You ready? Inhale. Exhale. Dear universe and all for the highest vibration of good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe. Ashe, Ashe. And for those who don't know what Ashe means, Ashe is the same concept of Chi. Ashe is the Yoruba Chi. We know that we get this from traditional Chinese medicine, and so it is beautiful how a concept of essentially life force energy has existed in multiple societies, multiple experiences, and here to heal us in multiple ways. So let's just do this, okay? And that's also the chi or the ki is also Reiki. There you go. And we know Reiki is a Japanese healing modality. Okay, let me not go down that rabbit hole because I gotta stay focused. I'll leave that for my students. I gotta stay focused. So healing. Let me get my healing tools. The magic of television, of social media. Swivel a little bit. Goodness gracious. Y'all about to not get this if I can't reach it. Lucky. I was like, time to use a new tool. Time to improvise. Okay, so swirl myself back around. I'm gonna start off with just some cinnamon. We're gonna do some cinnamon cleansing here, and also just a little bit of candle work just to open up the space, just to open up. So just get a regular candle and just a strong candle. Okay. When in doubt, use a torch. This has made life so much simpler. Except I will admit that when I'm lighting an herb, the torch works really well. When I'm lighting a candle, sometimes I melt it too much. I thank you for your service, torch. So I now exhale and just follow this light. Okay? And don't place any judgment go. Let's just move that though. Okay. Excellent. Good job. So I'm going to bring a little Palo Santo into this, and the reason why I'm bringing this particular herb is because, or bark, tree, the reason why I'm using this is because this is really wonderful. What I've noticed over my practice with removing negativity, meaning you feel better. When you look at something like sage, sage can cleanse your space, but Palo Santo makes you feel better, so it changes you, shifts you energetically. So what we don't want is we don't want any pessimism. We don't want any self-sabotage. We don't want any of these lower vibrational experiences. Okay. Okay. Good job. How do you feel? Okay. Now, this is you. This is them. Let's bring y'all together again. Or if y'all don't know each other, it won't be a together again. Just swivel myself around. Inhale. Exhale. Just bringing your energy to one. And just cleansing. It's really important here to cleanse. It's really important to cleanse the third eye here so you have sight. So you're able to determine the right person, because baby, when you start to open yourself up to this true love, many people want that. They're not your person. They're not ready for you. Or they're not your people, whatever you do. They're not ready for you, but they just want it desperately, and they might be the first one to jump. So we want to give you discernment so that you only are bringing in the right person or the right people for you, as well as understanding that codependency is not love. So if you find yourself in a codependent relationship, or you find that your relationships eventually become codependency, we have to shift your energy in order to understand what that really is. Codependency makes you have feelings, whether those feelings are high or low. If you've ever been in a relationship, or if you ever dated where there's nothing there, you don't feel anything, you know, like, oh, there's nothing there. But a codependent relationship will trick you into thinking that there's something there because you have feelings both high and low. But a healthy relationship has healthy boundaries, healthy energetic balance. There's going to be times where you all really enjoy yourself, and most of the time it's just going to be peaceful. There's going to be times where you disagree, that's appropriate, but you all being able to have conflict analysis and resolution, being able to communicate well, not having unrealistic expectations for each other, and to still be autonomous, to still have your own freedom, and not because you are required to be together, but you simply choose each other each and every day. So I'm bringing them to you and allowing them to appear in your mind's eye. See them. What do they feel like? And start want to be halfway out of something and get into somewhere else, but oftentimes that kind of leaves a bad taste in the next relationship that you have. So if you feel like you're cleansing someone out, but you're feeling like lonely, just know that that aloneness is not you being alone. It's setting up a foundation so that when you walk into that relationship that's for you, it's just clean and clear, and you're right there, and you can enjoy it. You don't bring in that baggage, and you don't have to take that in as well. Letting it go, letting it go, letting it go, letting it go. Just check right here behind your head. Okay. And moving all around the body, all around the body. And shifts, shifts, shifts. Shifts, shifts, shift in time, in space, in each moment, time, space, in each moment, time, and space. In each moment, time, space, each moment, okay? So just coming together and becoming one, and feeling that. Feel yourself holding each other's hand, holding each other's energy. And what do you notice about them? What can you appreciate about them? How do they make you feel? How do you make them feel? Okay, because not everything's one-sided. You gotta be a catcher yourself. What do you all do? What do you love about them? What do you like about them? What do you love about them? What connects you all on a higher level? Okay, just kind of weaving in and connecting in y'all's energy so you can see each other, and removing anyone else. I'm gonna say it how my grandma used to say it. Removing stupid. Stupid would always be someone that a person was in a relationship with that was not the right person for them, was very much so an emotional burden, probably a financial burden. And so she would just, and sometimes to these people's face, just call them stupid. Why you still was stupid? Did I laugh tremendously in those moments? I'm like, oh wow, that's gotta be embarrassing. But again, you know, just people who are in those codependent relationships, it's that kind of situation. And sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need someone to keep it real with you. Because if you don't, it's like when you're in the forest, you don't see the trees. You're like, okay. So just working through that. Connection here. Connection here. Connection here. outside to take care of yourself, and that's the only important thing. So just go ahead, if you just need it as a reminder nightly, to set it aside and let the whole video play. Feel free to do so. It just reminds you that there's so many things that go into our self-care journey and our self-care practice that it's important to carve out that time. Okay, so since you're new, you're gonna be a part of my new babies. So welcome, new babies, and for all of my returning babies, foreheads, kisses on the forehead, foreheads on the head, kisses on the forehead. Mama loves you. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to get some stuff to cleanse, and just work through whatever comes up. Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started. So, if you're new to the practice, to protect, it sounds like I'm saying protect, but I'm saying protect. So I'm trying to say, if you're new to the practice, blah blah. We start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Do I have your permission to touch you? Okay. Let me just do a little bit more cinnamon. Okay, let's get started. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I Am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. So, let's go ahead and just start up here and just work through any energy coming up. Okay, work through anything coming up and work through that. Work through that. So it's the season of restarting. And there are some seasons when we close on up. So this is the end of that season of being closed. And there's nothing wrong with being closed from time to time. You do not have to be open all the time. Just like it would be impossible to be awake all the time. You got to go to sleep. Sometimes you gotta close and hibernate. Now it's actually really interesting because I'm saying that this is an opening and this is actually the season of hibernation. So think of it from the perspective of an energetic opening. Maybe you might be slowing down in other parts of your life, but energetically there is an openness here. Because I'm like, it's getting cold outside, so well, for some of us it's getting cold outside. For others it is not. So let's just do this. Now I'm going to continue to do prayers during this session, and the intention is just to maintain that protection and just allow so sometimes I'm gonna pause, say a prayer. Sometimes I say the prayers silently. Other times it's much more audible. But we'll see how this goes. And these ears have nothing to do with anything that I'm doing. They just look cute. So I said I'm going to put them on. So just now let me have your hands. Just your lap, put them up like that. You just take your hands, put them in your lap like this. I'm gonna place my hands on top of them and just take a moment to feel the warmth of my hands. Okay? On top of your hands. And we're gonna say a prayer. Universe, open them up and give them the infinite amount of wisdom, understanding, peace, patience, hope, happiness, healing, health. Allow them to see everything that they need to see. Allow them to be free from anything that is holding them back or limiting them. Give them all that they need in this moment and release them from any excess that they do not need. Allow them to let go of other people's dreams and hold on to their own. Allow them to connect with their life purpose and walk in their own light. Allow them to be inspired by their own gifts first. I say all of this in the name of I Am. Okay. So let's get into the front of the path. So here's the thing. There is no way to go on this path and just have everything resolved beforehand. A part of the path is going on the path and working out whatever comes up. So just because in the past you may have had a different experience and some of those experiences may have been tough, does not mean you are not equipped for this new leg of the journey. So, opening up your path in front. Let's just bless it. So, allow your feet to be firmly planted. You can also place your hands down as a way to represent that being firmly planted. And we're going to bless your path. Universe, open up this path of light. Allow them to know exactly where to go. Allow there to be protection from coming from all angles. Allow them, most importantly, to believe and trust in themselves. Allow any obstacle that shows up to have an equal solution or option or opportunity to remove them from that challenge. Allow them to breathe in the life of this life. Allow them to breathe in the light of this life. Allow them to see everything that they need to see and enjoy the journey. Ashe. breath. Inhale. Greatest amount of wonder. All that they need and are made available, invisible. Now go right here and bring that all the way down. Go right here, bring it all the way down. Go right here, bring it all the way down. Go right here, bring it all the way down. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Let your heart open to what you need and just receive what you need and let go of what you don't, because we can't take on nobody else's stuff and we cannot expect others to take on our stuff. We just gonna have our own stuff. Well, babies, you have done a fantabulous job, per usual. Let's go ahead and just I'm a Reiki master teacher and intuitive, and today we have a very special healing session. It is all about aura protection and cleansing your path. So if you're new to the community, welcome, babies. This is your nightly, daily, or whenever time, self-care routine. So here you come, you take care of yourself. We do some energy work, and perhaps you drift off to sleep, or you feel better about, someone trying to get you all one. So if you're new to the community, welcome. You are now a part of the family, so you are one of my babies. But as you know, extra special to the returning babies. So if you're returning babies, something's for you is some kisses. Kisses on the noggin. If you're returning, Mama loves you. So let's go ahead and get started today. We start the session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It's a prayer to root us in our individual experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. So what is a spiritual prayer? So it's really important for you to know the difference between the two. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, man, that's you. Okay. One hand on the forehead noggin. It's gonna be the new thing, the noggins. I'm gonna make that a new level in the membership, the noggins. Yeah, the noggins. I don't know. The noggins. It is come with a groove. Come with a groove. Come with a groove. Okay, my bad. So hand on the forehead noggin. Hand underneath. Hands hard. Let's get started. Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please allow us to validate information for our highest good only and connect to our highest self only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out to us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Okay. So let's start with cleansing herbs, smoke herbs. It's all about just shifting your energy. You know what? I'm actually gonna give you something real strong. Because I want just an immediate energy shift. So I'm gonna use some mugwort. So mugwort is used in moxibustion, and it's burned. But the variations of the species of mugwort can be found in Europe, can be found in various parts of Asia, because we can see this in traditional Chinese medicine, and we can also see it in Ayurvedic medicine, as well as different places around the world. And so this is a healing herb that we can bring into it. We're going to cleanse out, okay? I actually have a torch. Okay, I just need a little bit. Beautiful. So, get this going and flowing. The benefit of long nails. So take that on. This right here is going to instantly shift you. You can see it right there. Just gonna remove things from the past. It's gonna bring things clear in the future, and just to heal you. Get this going a little bit more. Okay. Just work through that. Work through that. Again, no right or wrong way. Let's just work through this. And it's powerful herb and cleansing medicine. Again, it's a fun project of mine to not only identify the herbs, but see where they're used for and where they came from, because it explains a lot with the power. It explains a lot with the power that they hold and that collective energy of how they were used. Okay. So and so other uses for this, besides the moxibustion, would be it is consumed. So in Ayurveda, it is consumed, and it's for a myriad of hormonal problems, as well as anxiety in children. So children with ADD and things like that. Instead of using the strong medications, this is prescribed for that. And the way that you can learn more about this is just go to Google Scholar and just put in mugwort and start to read some of those journal articles. Get that last bit of stuff. So I'm gonna tell y'all, when it comes to herbs, I don't usually just look at regular websites. I'm at the point now where I only look at textbooks and Google Scholar, or journal articles and things like that, because it's really important to understand how these things impact us on multiple levels, and that due diligence that comes from the research community, I think, is really important in our healing journey, so that we can kind of clamp down on misinformation. So now, how do you feel? Because that thing is no joke. How do you feel? over again. You watch it as many times as you need to watch it to change your energy, especially with that mugwort. That is a powerful, powerful herb that we used both in cleansing and medicinal purposes. So that will definitely, I'm telling you, definitely shift that energy of what's going on. So if you need extra help, you can always book a session with me. We do have an opening, so for the next 2 weeks there are 2 positions that are open: the SEO virtual assistant and the audio video editor. And so if you would like to apply for that, just email me at reikihealinghope@gmail.com to learn more about that. Okay, and then finally, I'm going to say that I'm really excited about the upcoming month. The upcoming month is going to be called Rebirth, and so I'm going to be putting more about this on Patreon and probably a small video in the main community. And so it's going to mostly, the initiative we're going to take is going to really be happening on Patreon. We're going to have a 2-month healing plan. We're going to do some cleansing, so that's going to be some nutritional aspect of things that we will be taking in our bodies, as well as a cleansing. So we're going to be meeting on a weekly basis for those 2 months on a Sunday, probably in the morning or the evening EST for me. And we're going to get through what we need to leave in this year so that we can move on and have a really prosperous 2023, okay? And so go ahead and sign up for the Patreon community. I'm going to be posting something about that on the community soon. So that's where we're going to do that work. The videos here in the main community will still hold up to that rebirth energy. But to be in the group, we're going to be doing that on the Patreon community. And sometimes people don't go on Patreon because they're intimidated to think that it is some crazy price. No, it's only $3 a month. So this is a total of $6 for you if you count it from, the months. And however you, or whenever you sign up. So just keep that in mind, and this is a great way to be in collective and just to be accountable to your practice and to go into this new year feeling a new level of wellness and happiness. So if no one has said it, let me go ahead and say it. I love you, but love yourself more. Take care of yourself more. Have more compassion for yourself. Have more understanding for yourself. Have more patience with yourself. Have more peace with yourself. Be peaceful. Kiss. Great. So if you're new to the community, babies, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your self-care routine. So participate, fall asleep, or just chill during the time. It is up to you. Take what you need, leave what you don't. So for all of my new babies, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for all of my returning babies, welcome, welcome back. Mama loves you. Okay, so you know me, I love some big hair. balance. Anything that gives you clarity on your path. Anything that gives you wisdom. Anything that brings you peace, joy, happiness. Let that flow through you. Let that cleanse you. Take a deep breath in. You can actually bring your hands to heart right here. Inhale, filling up with the universe. Exhale, let it go. Releasing all the baggage, all the karma, all the old stuff, things you no longer want to carry. Releasing any blockages flowing up and down. Allowing your energy to be blocked. Allowing all of that to go where it needs to go. Releasing, 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 and moving through that energy. Take a moment for yourself. Balance in. Okay, good job. 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 Removing that which no longer serves you. Sending it on. And changing and shifting these energetic patterns. Shifting them for your greatest good. Going and flowing in a new direction that works for you. Connecting in a way that is peaceful, that brings happiness, that brings joy, that brings love and compassion into your energy. Exhale, bring those hands back to heart and be in the moment with yourself. Allow the symbols to be signed behind your eyes and to release, to let go, 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 to release and to let go, to Bringing the hands back to heart. And just warm yourself in this moment. Bring in that energy. Bring in that happiness. Bring in that peace. I think peace is probably it's better than happiness in my opinion. Just that peace. Bring in that balance, that calm. Bring that in. Bring that in. Bring that in. And keep it there. Feel it in your toes, your limbs, your core, your torso, front body, back body, shoulders, arms, neck, head, crown, thoughts, feelings, beliefs, understanding. Cleanse it. Balance this. Allow your energy to transcend time and space. Transcend this moment. This version of you. Transcend this life you have within you. An infinite possibility. Infinite direction. Infinite growth. Infinite adaptability and changeability. All of that is within you. And you can access that at any time and at any place. Breathe through that. Breathe through it. You got this. on your healing journey today. Remember, sweetness, take care of yourself. Let the video play in the background, okay? So, for all of my new babies, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for all of my returning babies, welcome, welcome, welcome back. Mama loves you. So, as we get started in this session today, we start with a prayer. And it is not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a collective and as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. You can bring your hands to heart. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information from our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So blessings. Protecting the energy, baby. I say it all the time. The older I get, the lower my threshold for bullshit is. That's just a fact. Okay. It's just a fact. The lower the threshold is. And you know, years before you have a higher threshold. It's just a part of life. But then, you know, you start realizing that you don't have to suffer in order to know that something is not for you. You know, you really don't have to suffer. Cinnamon. Just cleansing some and bringing some grounding with cinnamon. You do not have to suffer, okay, to know that something is not for you. And protecting your energy means sometimes you need to be in your own space. I remember when I was younger and I had these big dreams of having a totally different life than the life that I grew up in. And I remember how frustrating it would be because when I started meditating, I could get there. I could have in the moment all of those things that, you know, I was aspiring to have. But as soon as I came back into reality, then I started to feel like I felt the energy around me. You know, I felt how things were, you know, the cycles that were around. And it was very disheartening. But I also realized that when I set the intention that I'm going to do this, I'm going to change this, I'm going to get to another stage or another level, I would not let anything stand in my way. I said, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And I realized that I had to be mindful of what energy I allowed around me while I was on my journey to whatever was next for me. And I noticed that whenever I make those big leaps into whatever my next thing is, I always look at it from the perspective of what energy do I need surrounding me. Because when you adapt, when you change, when you transform, and when you grow, you're very vulnerable, you're very open. You ever started a new job? Maybe in your old job things happen this way, but when you start a new job, you're optimistic, you're more adaptable, you'll fit into whatever the culture of that job is. That's how it is when you make any change or any transition or move in any direction forward. You're open and vulnerable, so you have to be mindful that as you are going to these next steps, as you are trying this new thing or that new thing, that you don't have the same old limiting energy in. And this in no way is to judge the people, situations, or circumstances that you are around. Everything is purposeful, okay? But it also means you have to learn how to detach. You cannot take everybody with you. You cannot take everybody with you. And more importantly, you cannot take your mentality with you. I think that's more important than the can't take everybody with you. Because that, I think, is kind of, it's very external. You can leave things where they're at. But the whole mentality, you cannot take your mentality with you as you are going to your next level. You have to be open to change, to move, and to mature. exist. It's like we can take a picture and say this is what we did yesterday with a newspaper with that date. But I mean, does that prove that it happened? Can you go back, to yesterday and, now if you go down a rabbit hole and feel like, oh, I'm living in all time at one time, just know that's not what I'm trying to talk about. What I'm trying to talk about is we're forever living in now. Now is the only moment that actually really exists. Now is the only thing that really exists ever. So what happened to us previously only continues to happen to us because we choose to bring it with us. And it might be an unconscious choice. It might be something that, as I talk about the micro lessons that we have to learn in this life, it might just be that. But when we get to that point of evolution in our consciousness, our mindset, our spiritual growth, emotional growth, our health in general, we then can make the decision of like, I don't want to take that with me. I don't want to take that. It doesn't work anymore. And if you want to see a really good example of how it really plays out, look at families. Families will stay in that rotation. It doesn't even matter. You can leave the family. And if you were the baby, or if you were the one who messed up, or if you were the smart one, it don't matter if you were the smart one, how dumb you were out in life. If you go back, you'll always be that. Because it is not really an environment that wants a lot of change. It's like everything has its role, And families do have the ability to change and to morph, but typically they kind of stay in one thing because they want a cohesive thing. It's kind of like society as a whole will push to make changes and rule changes and cultural changes because what worked before is no longer working now. And there's always that tussle because the girls like to tussle. There's also that tussle between the old established and the new in growth. And so that which we see happens within us too. As we're going on to this next level, to this next stage of our evolution, of our growth, into your next, I want this, healthy relationship. I want this healthy relationship with money. I want this, whatever that is for you. I want health, good medical health. I want this stuff. You have to change that mindset, and it can feel like almost like a war in between yourself too. If you have ever been in a particularly low moment and you make the decision, I want to get better, every step, especially in the beginning, that you take towards you getting better, it is almost like you're fighting yourself on the inside because there is an old mindset, an old understanding within you that only knows how things were as reality. And when you introduce something new in the hope that this is where I want to go, the old self can only react in what it's known. If it's known only pain and trauma and uncomfortableness and all of that, it can only react like that. But you take little steps each and every day and you work through whatever's coming up to get to the other side. You don't always have to stay here. It's about going to your next level. And when you get to the other side, you'll begin to notice that you no longer have the same mindset. The mindset is not the same. You're not the same person. And the most powerful thing within us is our mind. I always say the magic is in the mind. It is here. This is what makes it happen. In energy healing, we can use our hands as tools. In anything that we do, we can use our voice as a tool. We can use all of these things. But it starts here. This is the ground. This is where source energy flows into. This is that tells everything else in the body to work and to be life. This is, the strongest part of us. But it can also be the most challenging part when we're not able to connect and work and grow and nurture it in the direction that is best for us. You have that ability. You have that possibility. No matter how low you've ever felt or you may feel, no matter how uncomfortable in the moment you may feel, you have within you already the ability to get to a better place. And you just have to work through it. And I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to be uncomfortable. Because as you're working through it, literally smush the old you mindset to the corner and embrace, off of pure hope and faith, the new mindset. And whenever the old mindset pops up and says things like, well, it's not gonna work out, every time I try to do this it doesn't work, or it's just me, or I just am in the way, you have to do your best to smush the old mindset and make peace with it. I'm sorry, I can't think like that anymore. Whenever you feel that anxiety or something coming up for something you want to do, but you feel like it's just bubbling up, you just gotta make peace with it. I'm sorry, I can't think like that. I can no longer think like that anymore. I don't care how uncomfortable it is over here. I'm gonna keep walking in this direction because this is where I need to go. And understand that the old mindset is just trying to keep you safe. That's all it really is. But the soul is here to live out its purpose. And in order to get to the purpose, you gotta keep walking in that direction. And that process of the pulling and then pulling yourself is what creates this evolution and this growth, this higher understanding. So you get to a point where you're no longer impacted. But it just starts with a little bit. That's all. That's what consistency is. So protecting your energy is so important, because as you are doing this, as I said before, you're vulnerable. So you don't need to be exposed to a lot of convoluted, codependent interactions with your environment. Simplify everything. If you gotta take a step back and just be with yourself sometimes, simplify it. Get yourself on the path you need to, and then re-emerge. Just breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And go and live life. And embrace the micro lessons. You don't have to be weird and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited that this is uncomfortable. No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that challenge is a part of the progress. You get a lot from it. But just know in the back of your head, nothing is too big for me. Like, that's it. That's the change. That's the shift. Nothing's too big for me. Oh my gosh, I feel like I, am so horrible, and my biggest pain and biggest hurt and biggest secret will come out as I move in success. No, it won't. Because as I said before, the past only exists if you bring it with you. And there's nothing in front of you that is strong enough to knock you over, except you deciding not to move. So sometimes you gotta move even when it's difficult. Sometimes you gotta find that extra to get you to the next part of your journey. Whatever that is for you. Take your time too. There's no race, there's no expectation of what you should have accomplished by this time. People make that up all the time. When it was ready for you and you're ready, that's it. Because the last thing you need is you being extra hard on yourself, which would eventually just encourage you to go back to over there. It doesn't have to be perfect. The line don't look like this, it look like this. But as long as you find a way, that's okay. Breathing in. So now just putting a sense of protection over you, so that you understand that you are highly favored, highly loved, but powerful. It's not that just these energetic helpers around you are there for you. When I say energetic helpers, your understanding of the divine, God, universe, whatever, angels, ancestors, stuff like that. It's not just that energy. The power comes from you. You are the life force. You are the expression. You have it within you, no matter how down you are, how low you are, how sad it is. There is always an infinite amount of energy burning in you that can light yourself up and take you on your path. Take your time. Just take your time. Take your time. And say to the universe exactly what you want. I will find the doctor that will help me with this condition. I will find the right you have to have a new outlook. Okay, well, let me try this new doctor. Or, okay, well, let me try this new community. Or let me try this new thing or that new thing. It's about that. If it didn't work before, perhaps you learned what you needed to learn from it and you're ready to move on. But if you want to be successful here, you have to protect your energy. That means at any time, for any reason, if you need to take a step back to work on yourself, protect yourself, to heal yourself, to be in your own healing space, do it. You don't have to have permission. You don't have to feel like, oh my gosh, I have to have this irrational responsibility to fill in the blank. No. If you're not good, anything that you touch will not be to the highest potential that you could bring out into this life. So take a step back and work on yourselves, babies. Well, babies, I'm going to smooth you over and seal you with the sign of the infinity. And sorry if no one has said it, I love you, okay? But who cares that I love you? The only thing that matters is that you love you. So you gotta learn to love yourself a little bit more each and every day. And babies, when I say protect your energy, I mean it. Don't feel like you have to show up for, a friend if you don't really want to. Don't feel like you have to continue to push a relationship that's not working for you if you don't want to. Don't feel that you have to be tethered to a job because you feel like, oh, this is a good job, supposed to be a good job. Like if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. Don't feel like you have to stay in the same faith, religion, spiritual traditions if it's no longer there for you. You don't have to do any of those things. All you have to do is take care of yourself and live to the highest value and potential that you can. Don't feel that you have to accept the diagnosis, the medical diagnosis. If you feel like there is more out there, there's always more out there. There's always other doctors, always other practitioners. And this is, medically speaking, this is how I feel. If I had earlier in life accepted, the allopathic diagnosis of the things that were going on with me, I wouldn't be healed. What I needed to do is I needed to go on that journey. And for me, it was alternative medicine. It was my spiritual practice. It was mindfulness. And then it ended at functional medicine. And so it's just amazing that even though functional medicine is a part of allopathic medicine, is a part of the modern day medical system, I would have never known that I could work through my health conditions if I had just accepted that first diagnosis. And I saw all of the medical practitioners and even me becoming a healer. I saw it as all a part of this role in this chapter and this calling in my life to move forward. So at no point do I ever accept the diagnosis. Even when I'm gonna tell you the truth, even when I didn't have any money, I'm like, I'm gonna figure this out. I did whatever I could within reason at that moment. But as soon as I got some money, baby, and that's why I'm saying be grateful if you have access to health insurance or if you have the means and the money to take care of yourself, because it is not easy if you don't. But also know that there are many options, many natural options there, that as we see more and more research come out in regular medicine, looking at these everyday plants and herbs around us, that they can help us too, and it's more accessible and cheaper too. But if you don't have that education, you don't have access, if you don't have a skilled practitioner who is working with you and helping you through that, it can be very daunting. And so I say all of that to say there is nothing in life that you cannot have. You just cannot accept where you're at if it is not where you want to be at. Well, I'm gonna get off my soapbox, okay? Okay. So let's work on this protection first, okay? So that you have these energetic boundaries at first, so people don't fuck with your energy. And just placing it here, okay? And feel very relaxed in this moment. Feel very calm in your own sense of self. And feel very self-accepting, self-loving in this moment. It is very important that you surrender to the understanding that you are enough, that you are feel lighter and just letting some things go, okay? That is no longer serving you. No longer serving you, okay? And release and let that go. 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 Okay. Now we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. May I touch you? Okay. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I Am. Ashe. 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 Okay. So let's go in with some Reiki symbols just to create the energy and the environment of protection. Okay. And just going to shift the energy in different directions as you flow in different directions. Okay. Just going to be shifting it, 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 shifting it in different directions, shifting it, shifting it, shifting it, shifting it. Okay, just flowing in different directions here, shifting back and forth this energy within you, balancing it, and giving you this vibrational peace, this vibrational balance, this vibrational understanding, simplicity in your energy as you move through this space. Okay. Shifting the energy and the different levels within you and letting go of anything that is preventing you from growing. You got this. 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 Beautiful, beautiful work. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. Lovely energy. Lovely energy. Just working that around you. 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 Okay. Got it. Got it. Feeling balanced in who you are. Accepting the love that surrounds you at every moment, in every situation, circumstance, and understanding. Okay. And then placing this beautiful protective layer, a nice added layer of boundary, so that the only things that allowing you this moment of peace. You don't have to do a lot of thinking, not a lot of contemplating, just being in the moment and allowing it to freely flow. Being in the moment and allowing it to freely flow. Being in the moment and allowing it to freely flow. Being in the moment and allowing it to freely flow in the direction that you are going towards. The direction that you are going towards. The direction that you are going towards. The direction that you are going towards, okay? Just moving this energy back and forth in your energy, balanced, fully capable of these shifts that you need, and moving in the direction that is best for you. Okay, let's move or cleanse anything that is around you that you're no longer needing, just put it away, put it in the cabinet, put it on the shelf, and remove it from your energy. Remove it from your vibrational state. Let it go. 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 Got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Just removing any little pieces that are making it difficult to just be in this state of mind. Breathing in peace. Exhaling anything that needs to be let go, no longer serving you. Breathing in peace. Exhaling anything that needs to be let go, that is no longer serving you. Breathing in peace and exhaling anything that needs to let go, and that is no longer serving you. Good job, babies. You are doing a fantastic job. Just continue to breathe into this space, into this energy. Breathe into this space, into this energy, into this balance, this space, this energy, 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 this balance, and this peace. Allow it to be peaceful. Allow it to be peaceful. Allow it to be peaceful. And surrender to the greatest love, greatest hope, greatest wisdom, and greatest peace, greatest love, greatest hope, greatest wisdom, and greatest peace, greatest love, greatest hope, greatest wisdom, and greatest peace, greatest love, greatest hope, greatest wisdom, and greatest peace. Peace and energy, peace and simplicity, peace in simplicity, peace and balance, peace and nurturing, peace of mind. So working on the mind here, just allowing it to be clear and balanced and focused in your highest self, your highest energy, focused in this beautiful balance, structure to show people how to treat you. Things, intention work, divination, psychic abilities. We're gonna work on using liquids in various forms and their properties. So last time we already talked about the Florida water, which is alcohol based, and I said I really enjoy using it during different burning ceremonies because in those ceremonies it is very flame attractive but also represents so much more. So the first thing that we can do, actually let me introduce the other liquids too, because you already know a bit about the Florida water, which you will see commonly across different lineages. The two most popular things that you will see across various lineages would be some form of Florida water, people using it. They typically use it as a cleansing spray, or they'll use it to do kind of like what I'm doing, like manifesting, channeling work. Traditionally what it was is it was a men's cologne. And then the second thing we have, let me make sure I got the right one, is we have an oil. Specifically, this is an apricot oil. I enjoy apricot, so I've been doing that. But it is an apricot seed or apricot kernel oil. And what you do is you can anoint the oils. There are many examples across various lineages with the infusing of oils. Now, oils can be applied directly onto the skin, like through massaging or for some type of ointment or something like that. It can also be used in a ceremony as well, like when you are being cleansed, you may receive oil in this area specifically and depending on your lineage. So this typically comes from the anointing of oils. And as you can see, this one takes much longer to drip. You don't need that much. And also, as a going into your session, whatever your session is, you can infuse and anoint oil. You can place it on your palms and you can start whatever work you're going to do. So if you were to sit and infuse a particular liquid, a oil or something like that, when you go into a session in a bigger space, this adds to your abilities of what you're doing, okay? I like to put them in these little jars because I feel like they really help with proportion amount. I'm not going to be walking around with a big ass bottle of oil. Aesthetically very pleasing as well, but highly functional with the dropper. Again, I also have containers with sprays, which I would do if I wanted to take the Florida water and I wanted to use it as a cleansing of a space. I would put it in a spray because it's much thinner and you're able to easily not stop up the sprayer. And then the last is cleansing. So I'm almost done with this. This is just Castile soap. That's all this is. Castile soap is oil soap. And what oil soap is, like Dr. Bronner's or Dr. Woods or things like that, oil soap is when you, or if you ever go and look at very natural soaps, they often will have they're oil based, and what happens is you use various oils. Common oils would be hemp, coconut, safflower, apricot, and in the soap making process, a chemical process is added, typically angels, spirit guides, spirit animals are lineage and all for the highest vibrational good only, rooting us down in our individual healing experience and bringing us forth as a community. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe. Ashe, Ashe. And also want to take a moment to recognize the power of three if you are really into Charmed, but in general the power of three. Whenever you see something 3 times, hear something 3 times, you say something three times, it really cements it into the universe that, hey, this person is saying something, or this energy is wanting this vibrational flow. Now you have to be consistent with it, allow the energy to remain, but that is just a little bit of a tidbit. So I'm gonna go here to the Florida water, and I want you to take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale. Final breath, inhale, exhale. So I'm just going to place a little bit around you, and because this is alcohol based and it does have some heavy perfumes in it, if you happen to have sensitive skin, no worries, you don't need to put it around you. There are other solutions, like you can infuse herbs in alcohol and use it, and it's just as good. This is just something that you'll see in local community spaces. So instead of placing this directly on your skin, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to aerate it, and so eventually you will start to smell this, cleansing your aura, making sure you are highly protected, that you are loved, that you are at peace, that you have abundance, and that most importantly you are vibrating at a level that is best for your highest vibrational good. Okay? Just count as many as you need to expand your energy. Keep on breathing. To expand your energy. To expand your energy. To expand your energy. Okay? Good job. I'm going to take it and move around the aura. And again, the primary, this is primarily used for cleansing, and like I showed you last time, it can be used as a, I want to use the word sacred, but let's say an intentional liquid for manifesting work. So at this moment, I'm just making sure your aura is nice and protected, that your chakras are expanded in the way that you need them to be, and that your third eye is activated. So just follow that. And then I'll do a little bit kind of a calmer thing. Just follow that. may not necessarily feel very visible, but it is still the intention in the moment and how you walk into it. So that's next level. That's the advanced player. So I'm just gonna place a little bit right here on your third eye. Can I touch you? Okay, I don't want to be all up in your space if it's weird. Okay, so I'm gonna put just a dab. I try not to touch it with my fingers because I don't, you just want to keep things clear. Okay, bacteria is real. Okay, so just taking this moment and rubbing this all around that third eye. Okay. And this is also something, depending on your lineage, Christians might do a cross. Or if you're coming from a certain tradition, you might do, for example, I might do a Reiki symbol on top. Okay. Just depends on what you align with, and of course you can do multiple as well. Okay. Sending the highest intention of peace, joy, love, satisfaction, happiness, and clarity and love. So much love, so much abundance in the life that you want. And I'm going to add something else: to not let fear prevent you from living life. Okay. 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 Now, for those who really love and enjoy skincare, that is also an opportunity in which you can infuse many things. You can infuse candles, you can infuse herbs, you can infuse the elements that go into skincare, like oils and liquids and stuff like that. You can infuse any of those things. Okay. Beautiful. And last but certainly not least would be the soap. And so what I would do, if we were in person, this would be a moment in which I would place the oil on your hands. Go ahead and put your hands out. We gotta do it. You're gonna place the oil on the hands. Okay. Let's give you some more oil. Okay. Now rub your hands together. Keep rubbing, really rubbing in that intention and that life work. And then just go ahead and take the hands to the face. You don't have to touch your face if you don't want to. It can just be in front, over, through the body, through the back. Wipe clean, okay? And I would come in and bless you. So I'm going to say another prayer here. And again, it's not a religious prayer, but I'm going to say another prayer to really seal everything in. Thank you, universe, source, God, or whatever this beautiful energy is, connecting in with the highest energy and the highest intent, so that they may be blessed, that they may be abundant, that they may have clarity and grounding, that they remove themselves from any lower vibrational experiences that are no longer working, and also have the clarity of practicality of enjoying life, but not letting fear or anything else, any obstacle or challenge prevent them from going forth. Let all of this beautiful intention work So, April 1st, it is not April Fool's when I say to you that it's going to be very new, but in a fantabulous way. So, I'm just going to take a moment to just do some cleansing. I'm just going to start by just doing a couple of sprays just around you, breathing in and out as we start. You know, prayer work, spell work, mantra work, divination, potions, herbalism, they are all intersecting and at the same time coming from different lineages for healing, abundance, and all kinds of stuff. So during this magical march, we're going to take this time to explore all of these things, especially with the requests that you request for these videos. Okay, breathing in and out. When I do spell work, it mostly starts off with a prayer. And as you know, we always start our sessions off with a prayer. The prayer is not a religious prayer. It is just a prayer to root us in our individual healing, manifestation, abundance, and bring us together as a community so that you know you are not alone. And anything that we do energetically, consent has to follow. So I always ask you for permission before I say the prayer. So at this moment and at this time, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. I'm going to take this and just open up a little bit, okay? Akashic records, universal records, a connectedness to you and I, and all of these beautiful things in between. You are so deserving. You are so lovely, and everything between. You are so deserving. You are so lovely, and everything in between. You are so deserving. You are so lovely, and everything in between. You are so deserving. You are so lovely, and everything in between. So, let's have some burning as well. Now, when we do anything, we do it with the intention. The intention is the core of the spell, the mantra, the prayer, the petition. I try to take a moment to name them in different ways because not everybody resonates with one, or maybe you resonate with a lot and you want to combine them. So in this moment, make your intention clear. We've already been working on revealing your life's purpose and things like that and what you should be doing. And now we're going to have this be the center of the spell, or if you'd like, prayer, mantra, petition. So let's bring that to the center. So we're going to set the intention. Okay. Bringing that into your heart. Be balanced. Be very certain about who you are, what you are, where you're going, this infinite state you are in. Okay? Okay. Focus on this. Focus on it. Focus, focus, focus. Focus, focus, focus. That's when I get into the little dropper, because this is mostly alcohol based. So you want to be very careful for what I'm going to do. Sometimes I will write the spell out on a notebook that I have blessed, infused. I will hold the paper over the flame That's why you'll have to have something like, I'm using a crystal, but you have to have some heat sensitive or heat safe container. Okay. 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 Good job. Looking into the flame. Inhale, exhale. Let it go. Connecting with your intention. Allowing it to burn very free and very bright. And cleansing you. Cleansing you. Until it's done. Okay. Connecting in with that. Setting that energy in that environment. Okay. You know what you need to know. You see what you need to see. You are ready for this beautiful life in front of you. You know what you need to know. You see what you need to see. You are ready for this beautiful life in front of you. You know what you need to know. You see what you need to see. You are ready for this beautiful life in front of you. You know what you need to know. You see what you need to see. You are ready for this beautiful life in front of you. Okay. Okay. You know what you need to know. You see what you need to see. You are ready for this beautiful life in front of you. Placing this intention of protection, intention of love, intention of abundance, or whatever it is that you are here to do, infusing in your sleep this energy to bring you to the next life level. Let you sleep. 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 I'm gonna go in now with some blue cyanide to just cleanse you in this very dreamy and kind of whimsical way. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Cleansing and clearing it all out. And allowing and letting it be free. How exciting. You have found your way. How exciting. You have found your way. Well, family, you've done an excellent job. Cannot wait to see more sessions. So much more to explore, to enjoy. Cannot wait to hear how you have been progressing in the comments. Cannot wait to see you. Until tomorrow. But until then, let's go ahead and clear you out with some cinnamon so that